Okay guys, we're back for part 2 of this little video. So I cut all of these flowers this morning from the garden. So many beautiful dahlias. So it's mostly just dahlias and snapdragons. There's a little bit of status here. I don't know that I'm going to be using that. I'm saving that for my friend that's coming tomorrow. She has a project she needs some dried flowers for. So I cut all of these straw flowers also for her. So I've got dahlias, I've got some mint. I like to use mint, and this is the white sage. White sage that I like to use just for kind of filler. I've got a little bit of Queen Anne's lace, and so I'm just going to put a couple arrangements together. So I have 2 small vessels. I have a little square and this, because so many of my dahlias just have short little stems. It's much easier to put in a shorter container and make it kind of like, I call Martha Stewart arrangement. So I'm gonna, okay, take 3. So since I don't know what I'm doing, apparently I hit the button when I put the phone on the stand and it turned off. So you didn't see how I made those arrangements. So I'm going to walk you through one more arrangement. Okay, so this one, I'm just using a little jelly jar, and I'm going to first put my foliage in. So foliage was a big thing I struggled with when I started doing garden bouquets, because as a florist, I'm used to getting all kinds of greenery from the wholesaler that's easy to work with. And so, but I've discovered that herbs are my best friend when it comes to arrangements, and they work really, really well for arrangements. So if you haven't done arrangements before, sometimes it's easiest if you build a base, if you will. So like I made essentially a flower frog out of the foliage. So this will help hold the stems in place. So taller in the middle. This one's going to be all the way around. I rarely make one-sided arrangements. So this one's going to be all the way around. I'm going to put the tallest flowers in the middle. And this is just preference on how I like to build them. See how the foliage kind of helps hold that in place. So I'm going to just keep building my middle, and then I'm going to put one more in there, because again, I like to work in 3s. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then I'm going to place some of my dahlias in here. Now, you want to take the foliage off that's going to be down in the water. So when you see me stripping off leaves, that's why. This is going to be kind of a hodgepodge, because I'll show you the other ones I made when I'm done. So the shorter ones along the bottom, so that you've got some stuff spilling out. These dahlias, y'all, are my favorite. These honeycomb dahlias. While I do like the flat ones, like in that arrangement over there, these I call them honeycomb. I don't know if that's technically the term for them, but my word, I love them. So, and that's really all you do, is you just keep, people say, oh, I can't make flower arrangements, but anybody can make a flower arrangement. You just keep building until you have enough in there that you think you're done. I could keep adding, because that's just how I am, but it helps to have that base. I myself have never used an actual flower frog, although I can see where they would be really handy. I just have kind of always preferred to build mine out of the foliage. Another neat thing that you can do is, like, come fall time, it's really cool to take some grapevine or some willow and just kind of twist it around inside your vase. we'll have to do a video on that. And it makes it just really, gives it something to hold your stems up if you're not real confident in where to place them. Okay, so this one is getting pretty dense with its colors, and I've got kind of intense colors going on here. But that's mostly what I have in the garden right now. So, nope, too tall. You just gotta take a little off at a time so you get the height you want. I'm kind of a roundy moundy kind of person. I like rounded bouquets. And again, it's just personal preference, whatever kind you like. And the snapdragons are pretty versatile because they can either spill over the front, like so, or they can be your height, like that. So that, I'm about to call this one good. A few more little things. Okay, so there you have a rounded, ooh, there's a hole right there. So when you turn it all around and you see there's a hole right there. So we've got to find something to fill that with. I'm going to use another snapdragon because I think the color will go with it, and my stems of my remaining dahlias are not really long enough. Okay, so there, that little hole's filled. Let's twirl it again and make sure we don't have any other holes. Nope, looking good. That's looking good. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is shove all of my mess over to the side. Oh, I forgot I picked this. I also picked some variegated thyme because I thought that would be twofold. It would help, it would just make it smell delicious on whatever table it's sitting on, and it would give it some fluff so that it could spill over the side. And if you want to, you can always let it dry and cook with it when you're done. So, there. Okay, I'm really gonna stop this time. I'm gonna call that good. So, the other arrangements I made, here's the taller one. And here is the little square vessel. There. So, let me know if you do your own flower arrangements, if you would like more information on that, if you grow your own cutting flowers. Just let me know what you think about this. Okay, we're back one more time. So a few things that I talked about when my video shut off the last time were snapdragons. So my snapdragons are really small, and it's my first year I've really grown them for cutting, so I'm not really too worried about it. They're definitely not what you would get from a floral wholesaler. But if you are buying them in a store, anywhere, from a florist, from Walmart, grocery store, whatever, you want to make sure, so snapdragons open from the bottom up. Let's see if I can, there we go. So from the bottom up. Just like gladiolas do that too, orchids do that. If you're ever buying an orchid plant, don't buy one that's bloomed all the way to the top, because then its bloom life is a lot shorter. So you want it to still have buds at the top. Gladiolas, snapdragons, orchids, I'm sure there's more I'm not thinking of right now. But that means that they have a longer vase life, shelf life, bloom life. So that's just one tip if you are going and buying flowers. Since I cut them out of my own garden and I'm not selling these, I'm just probably giving them away or just enjoying them. I'm not sure. I don't worry too much about it, but that's just a tip. Also, I wanted to say this mint that I'm using is a new mint that I'm growing this year, and it's called Berries and Cream. and it smells delicious. And we made mojitos out of it last weekend, my daughters and I, and it was fabulous. Very, very good. The other thing I was going to say about arrangements, what was it? I don't know. That might have been it. That might have been it. So anyway, if you enjoyed learning about this, if you want to learn more about flower arranging, just comment on this video. If you like it, just please subscribe to my new little channel. I'm brand new at this. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. So, but thank you for watching.